Initiating.
Hey, beautiful people, it's me, EL, your favorite dyslexic book nerd and columnist here at Blackout Magazine. And I have an amazing guest with me here today. I know y'all gonna be vibing like I'm vibing. MJ, would you please introduce yourself to my peoples?
Hello, peoples. I am MJ Mzadi, also known as, hold on, it's on this side, Jory Tiger Lily, burlesque performer extraordinaire. But I wear lots of hats under all of my names and all of my lives.
That is the truth. You are a busy person for
Yeah.
sure, most definitely. Now, you just said that you do burlesque. How would you start doing that?
So when I lived in Chicago for a little while, which I know that's where you're from. Chicago is my heart city. If it was not so cold, I would still be there. I love it so deeply. Some of my favorite people, some of my oldest friends still live there. It's a special place. Um, but I went back to live there after I went to college, and I started like hearing whisperings of like the burlesque scene that was happening there, and I found out that there was a school there, and I got really excited and I wanted to start taking classes, but the way my life was set up at that point, I did not have the time or the money to be able to go and take any burlesque classes. But when I moved to Virginia, I found out that they had a burlesque scene too. And at that point, I did have the time and the resources. So I made it my mission to start to learn everything that I could about burlesque. I found out that there was a school in Richmond called Boom Boom Basics. It no longer exists now, but
Mm.
the person that was running it at the time, they went by Deanna Danger, and they ran Boom Boom Basics. It was like a burlesque and performance arts academy. You could go and take all kinds of dance and movement classes. You could also like take a burlesque intensive, and that is what I chose to do. So I did, I think it was 12 weeks, and you learn all of the inner workings of burlesque. You learn about the history of it. You learn about the current performers that are performing at the time, and it all culminates into a showcase where you perform a group number with your classmates and a solo piece.
Ooh.
And yeah, so that was June. I debuted. Joey Tiger Lily debuted on June 20th of 2015, and the rest is history. I've been doing it ever since. I couldn't stop.
Wow. That is interesting. Like I didn't know it was
Yeah.
like a whole thing. Like you would have to go to class and all of that.
Yeah, I mean that's not how everybody does it, but that's how I did it. And that being said, like there are so many more burlesque schools now. Like there's online burlesque academies that are based in the United States and in the UK. Um, there's uh, there's a burlesque school in Chicago. Actually, there's a couple now, several actually. And now that I'm saying that, I think there's at least three at this point, having like both in person and virtual classes. One of my burlesque mentors, Lottie Ellington, who lives in Detroit, she has an online burlesque academy. There's the New York Burlesque Academy. Like it's a global phenomenon.
It's a
It's very
huge thing.
niche. Yeah, but it's also very prominent at the same time. It's so interesting.
That's dope. That is
Yeah,
dope. Yo, like the people don't know, but I know that you are a really big I should say historian, right? Like you like real deep into the history thing, right?
I am. That's actually why I moved to Virginia. So I like to say I'm an actor by trade because that's what I went to school for. I went to school for musical theater specifically, um, and have spent all of the years since then just moving wherever opportunity takes me to continue being a theater artist in all of the different capacities that it's allowed me to pursue that, from children's theater to musicals to straight plays to devised pieces to cabaret, everything. But I was hired by the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation, which is based in Williamsburg, Virginia, to be a actor interpreter is what they call them, but you're basically in costume, in character, portraying people of portraying people of the past in a first person capacity. So I did a lot of research into a woman named Anne Ashby Jones, and she was my primary person that I focused on while I was there. So every day I put on 18th century clothing that was made by our costume department, and I went outside and I talked to people as if I was Anne Ashby living in 18th century Williamsburg. And I still do first person historical interpretation. I don't work for the Colonial Williamsburg Foundation any longer, but it is still very important work that is near and dear to my heart, because oftentimes when we talk about history, when we think about the past, we think of it in this kind of broad capacity. Like we kind of look at it from like a bird's eye view instead of really zoning in on the people and the individuals. And when I'm talking about people individuals, I'm not talking about like founding fathers, right? There's a million books written about George Washington. There's a million books written about Abraham Lincoln, but like who knows about Anne Ashby Jones?
Right?
Me.
Never heard the name
So,
until today.
right. And what's wild is like the Ashby family is a prominent, like white and black, right? Because they were a mixed race family. And I feel like that's an episode, that's like a whole episode in itself for you to bring me on to talk about that. But they're a prominent Virginia family. There are roads and schools and people still walking around with the last name Ashby that are directly connected to these people, and some of them don't even know their history. So it's really fascinating to be someone that had the opportunity to be able to really delve deep into um, these individual experiences of these people. And I was very fortunate with Anne because there was a decent amount of primary source information about her. For those that need primary source information unpacked, that's like firsthand documents, like documents that she either potentially held in her hands or wrote her name on, or came specifically from the time, not like a secondhand account of something that happened. And fortunately, like I have like newspaper clippings with her name in them, and baptismal records, and inventories that she was on when she was enslaved because she was freed later on in her life, um, and property records that her and her husband had when they were alive. So that is unheard of a lot of times when it comes to Black people of that time, Black and Indigenous people for that matter. Um, if if you can find their journal or a letter that they wrote, lucky, very very lucky. The things that you usually find are newspaper clippings. If they like ran away, you might be able to find some information there. Baptismal records are golden because you at least know, like, yes, this person existed and was baptized in this church. Ledger records from the people that own them. You end up doing a lot of research into the white folks to learn about the Black folks, which is
Hmm.
unfortunate, but necessary to be able to understand the lives of these people, where they went, what, how many children they had, who they were in relationships with. Um, but that's my deep love and connection of history is really attaching people to it. And that started with my mom because she went to the March on Washington when she was in nursing school. And when I was a kid and I found out she was there, I was just like, you're a part of history. That's so crazy.
Right.
And yeah, so that kind of like that was the spark that sent me on the journey of really loving history, and then falling in love with theater and discovering that I could marry the two was just a perfect
Chef's
time.
kiss.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. And I see that you are the production manager at Richmond Triangle Players.
Yes. So I've been with Richmond Triangle Players since June of last year, officially on staff anyway. I've worked with the short version is RTP, but I've worked with RTP as an actor, as an understudy. My spouse and I also run an artist collective and production company, and we produce our own burlesque, cabaret, and variety shows. And we've done a few at RTP as well. So I have a great relationship with the folks there. And I was very excited when an opportunity came up for me to work with them, to be a part of their team. And it's a really amazing organization with a great legacy. They've been around for about 30 years. They actually started in the basement of this like old club slash restaurant that used to be here in Richmond called Fieldings.
Mm,
And Fieldings had like a basement kind of black box stage type situation.
mm.
And they would just put on gay shows down there and invite all the gays in town to come and watch. And that's how they built up their following and their audience, and eventually were able to raise enough money and apply for grants and things of that sort to be able to have a brick and mortar space, which is the space that we function out of now. And they've been there for, I believe it's about 15 years. But we're the leading LGBTQ plus theater in our region. Our sister theater is in Atlanta, so I think that's like the next closest LGBTQ plus theater near us.
Yes.
But we in our town of Richmond, our queer ass town of Richmond, we're where people go to see stories that are based on that specific experience. Our musical last year was A Strange Loop, which is not only queer, but Black and irreverent and thought provoking in so many ways. Um, if you are a person, if you are a Black queer person that grew up in church, this is the musical for you. If you can't see it, just listen to the soundtrack. But it was a us producing that show in our space was a reminder for me, of just how impactful theater is. It continues to be so important to me. I always say, like, if you can't hit him anyplace else, hit him in the fields. And this play really, really, like, we took so many people to see it, and everybody that we took was just like mind blown. Oh my god, I
Man,
need to talk about this forever. Yeah, but it's so important to have spaces for us. So I'm very grateful to be a part of an organization that is creating that space.
that was gonna be my next question. Why is it important for us to have these kind of spaces created for us?
Because uh it's hard to it's hard to trust other people to tell our stories. And that dives even deeper into like Black queer stories. Strange Loop is like this beautifully packaged gift that this to be clear, the organization that I work for, the audience and the administration is predominantly white. I am like the one, what is
Excuse
it called? Oh, are you okay? Do you need some water? Good, you have water. Um, I am the one chocolate chip in the cookie. But I'm grateful for I continue to be grateful for this opportunity because it provides a space for me to give them some new perspectives and vantage points of what the Black queer experience is and what our community needs. um, but it's important for us to have these spaces. The reason, and to add on to that, the reason why King and I decided to develop the artist collective New Rodeo Caledonia that we did is so that we can share our stories in the most authentic way possible. Um, it's great when other people want to share our experiences and share those stories. It is admirable. But when you don't have the direct experience and the direct connection, it just hits different.
Jesus.
You are dying and it's scary.
I think I'm good now.
Where's my best friend? She needs to bring me some water.
Right? She tripping. She done left me.
I'm out to text her and be like, please bring friend some water.
Oh my god. I think I'm good now. We're gonna have to
Okay.
cut that part out. Okay, okay.
Do you have some more water?
Oh, no, I drank it all
Oh
actually.
no, you need some more
Yeah,
water.
but I think I'm good now though. I don't know
Okay.
what was happening.
Whew. Okay,
All
let's
right.
take a breath.
All right.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, it's important for us to tell it is important for us to share our stories because although we have lots of well-meaning friends that want to share our perspectives, they don't have the firsthand experience that we do, um to be able to more authentically share the very specific experiences that we have as queer folks, as black folks existing in this version of the matrix, as I like to say.
I love that for sure. Yo, the one thing that I thought was really cool, the signature in your email says, "We're less lonely when we connect. Art is connection." Nikki.
Yes. Yes. I I am a very despite sometimes feeling very, very hermity and wanting to be by myself, I'm a very communal person. I love to create um in in the company of other people. I feel like that has a lot to do with like um my actor and theater background and just wanting to be a part of an ensemble and wanting to create something together. But also just the loneliness of coming out of COVID. I did so much stuff by myself when I was in COVID and it was lovely. It was nice to like have this peaceful moment of focus and being able to like really zone into a thing. But
Mhm.
once I started sharing some of those things with other people, I was like, oh, this feels so good. I got heavy back into roller skating during COVID. Like I skated when I was little, but once COVID happened, I like but even before to be clear, before COVID happened, I bought myself a new pair of skates. But once we were on lockdown, I was like, "Oh, I'm outside. I'm skating all day every day." Yeah. And I got like heavy into it, got really good, and then I started inviting my friends to come outside and skate with me, and then we started going to the rink to skate once things got a little safer.
Ooh,
And then we started going to skate parties and doing all this stuff. And it was like, oh, yeah, this is like really fun with friends. And it's like, even when we're all outside and like we have on our respective sets of headphones and we're skating around, we're all still there together and we're creating this energy and this synergy. And like when we skate past each other, we can feel each other's breeze as we float by. We can make eye contact. If one person is listening to one song and another person is listening to another, it's like you have this moment of like, oh, what are you listening to? Oh, I like that song. Oh, okay. Let me switch that. I'm gonna switch and listen to that. We're gonna listen to the same song for a few minutes. But it's just so so delicious to be in the company of other people. Solitude is beautiful and reflective and necessary, but community is equally as necessary as that solitude.
I love it. I love it. You was like the dopest person ever.
Oh, that's so
For
nice.
sure. For sure. So, if my peoples wanted to find you and find all of the stuff you got going on, things coming up, where would they find you?
Oh, okay. So the easiest way, the place that I am most prevalent on the internet is via the name that is on the screen, Jory Tiger Lily. I am on Instagram, I am on Threads, I am on Substack, I am on Facebook under this name. And if you just type it in without the accent mark in between the Joe and the Re, I'll pop up. You'll find me in all of those places. Um, if you want to find me otherwise, my maiden name, that's so odd to say because I'm a married lady. I've been married a whole year. It's so cute. I love being married. But my maiden name is Sutherland, not to be confused with the white Sutherlands. My Sutherland has an O in it, so it's like South or land. But if you look up Margie Sutherland, that's Marjie. I have a website, and that has all my actor stuff on it. And you can see pictures of me in different roles and different things. I did a movie a few years ago that was actually just at the Richmond Film Festival. It's
Say
called
word.
Shamgar. Yeah, it took a it. I love film, but it takes so long. It takes
Mm.
so but it's so satisfying once it happens. It's like it is the epitome of hurry up and wait. Like that's a term that we that we use often in theater. We're like mostly around like tech week when you're standing on stage in lights, waiting for the cue to shift to move on to the next thing. It's like, all right, hurry up and wait. It'll be fine. You'll get there. Film is very much that. It is very humbling. Like you spend a lot of time, you spend like a capsulated amount of time going really hard, doing all the things, doing all the shooting. We shot a film that was set in the wintertime in the middle of the summer. So we were like wearing parkas and lighting fires in an old ass house in Virginia while it was literally 90 degrees outside. But it is, but I wouldn't, I honestly, like, it was one of the most enriching experiences. I'm so grateful to have been able to work with the crew that we had. The writer of the film was one of the like directors of the actors, so we got to work very closely with him, and some of my favorite people were also cast in the film, so I got to just like hang out with my friends, and it was a beautiful, wonderful time. And then like the ultimate reward was being able to sit in a movie theater and watch ourselves on screen, and that is just so special, and I'm so
That is
grateful
cool.
to have had that experience. But yeah, right now I'm figuring out what's coming next for me. I last year published 2 issues of the Black Burlesque Zine, which is a publication that I've been working on to highlight the uh, present day uh, all stars and the legends of our past, and um, also just like talk about whatever I want to talk about that's happening in the burlesque realm and has to specifically deal with Black performers. And I'm hoping to get my 3rd issue out next month.
Okay.
So that's coming up. And that you can find a link to that on my Jory Tiger Lily Instagram. Um, and there's hopefully some other things down the pipeline, you know? I'm sure there will be.
Definitely.
I don't know how to sit still. So, but I did also just have a major medical procedure. So like I'm on the tail end of the mend from that, and I'm looking forward to uh jumping in back into things very
Okay.
quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all heard, y'all heard that. Listen, y'all need to go follow in all these
Yes.
places so y'all can see, y'all don't want to be missing out. Y'all don't want to have FOMO. I just learned what FOMO meant.
it's it's a fear of missing out, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what yeah, I'm an old dude, so I was like, what? Okay.
Yeah.
So
The
y'all want
FOMO
to have FOMO.
the FOMO can be real. And like if you I'm also on YouTube, so like I have it's weird. I have 2 accounts, but there's videos on both accounts. But anyway, there's videos there of my performances. We have a really great person in town that like films all of our shows, but also when we travel sometimes they film things. So you can see what I'm working with, and then you can come when you're in Richmond and see a show, see it live. I also travel around the nation, maybe one day in the Europe realm. I've been to Canada performing. Like, call me up, hit me up. I'll come. I'll perform at your birthday party.
Listen, listen. When you go back to Canada, I gotta go.
Yeah. Have
Listen,
you've never been?
I've never been.
Oh, I love Canada. We've been to Montreal twice,
Mm,
and I've been to Toronto once.
See, I want to go to Toronto because my other favorite football team, because I'm a sports fanatic, is the
Yeah.
Toronto Argonauts because they have a direct connection to the Chicago Bears because Mark Trestman was their coach when they won the
Oh,
Grey Cup, right? And he
nice.
also coached the Chicago Bears. He didn't know what he was doing when he was in Chicago, but he coached them to a Grey Cup, which is the equivalent of a Super Bowl.
That's very cool. That's
Mhm.
very
And
yeah.
Doug Flutie won Grey Cup with the Argonauts way back when, and he was also a quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
Dope.
Yes.
I'm an honorary Bears fan, but I am from Jersey, so go Birds.
No. Why we doing this? Why we doing that? I can't do it. I can't do it. We will have
It's fine. I am literally just a troll when it comes to football.
okay. we'll leave it at that then. Thank you so much for sitting down with me today. I had an awesome time. Yo,
Yes.
y'all know where to find her, so don't be playing. Don't make me have to come find y'all to be checking to see if y'all tapped in. Hey, like
Tap in.
always, right? If y'all are not subscribing, y'all should be subscribing to Blackout Magazine. If you are not a subscriber to Blackout Magazine, we are not going to keep going this year with this foolishness, right? You need to be subscribed so you know where we're going, what we're doing, who we talking to. All right?
Mm, yeah,
Cool.
get in there.
Okay? So till the next time, y'all be easy. Thank you so much.
Thank you. This was a gift. Thank you so much.
You are so welcome. Hey, she told y'all where you can find her, so y'all go do that. All right. Till the next time, y'all. Y'all be easy.
Bye.